Hello and welcome to my weekly job preparation class. This week we're going to practice the interview question, how do you manage your time? My name is Nancy and I'm from Desert Haven Enterprises in Lancaster, California. I teach people job skills, interview skills, and I help them find work. Thanks for visiting. When you're in a job interview, you might be asked a question about your time management skills. It might sound a few different ways. They might ask you, what tools do you use to manage your time? They might ask you, how are your time management skills? And you have to answer with a little bit more than just fine, right? Or they might ask you, how do you manage your time? So I'm going to give you some examples and some ways that might even help you manage your time better, but also be able to talk about your time management skills in a job interview. During the interview, you might want to talk about some of the tools that you use to help manage your time. These are physical devices, physical things that you use, like calendars, paper calendars or calendars on your phone. The second one is smartphones. There's a ton of resources on your phone that help you manage your time, if it's reminders or timers or calendars. You can use kitchen timers. You can use smartwatches that do a lot of the same thing as your smartphone as far as reminders and timers and calendars. And there's also paper checklists, right? Don't be afraid to write everything down and say that you use paper checklists, but you want to talk about the tools that you use. Sometimes they will ask you specifically, what tools do you use to help manage your time? These are the kinds of things they're talking about. Maybe you can think of some more things to use as tools for time management. Let me know in the comments. You also want to talk about your good habits in a job interview. Habits like staying busy all the time and hustling at your job to make sure you get everything done. Using phones or timers as reminders of when you need to change tasks or when you need to get something done. Prioritizing your task, that means choosing which tasks are more important or which ones need to get done first and then getting those tasks done. If you need help prioritizing your tasks, your boss will help you with that. Which one of these things is most important? But you want to be able to talk about how you prioritize your tasks to make sure that the most important things are getting done first. And then the last thing, set daily goals. If you need to get 100 pieces done by the end of the day, make sure that you're getting at least 50 done by lunchtime, right? Break it down into smaller goals so that you make sure that you're getting everything done all day. If you can talk about these things in your job interview, then your interviewer is going to know that you know how to manage your time. When you are asked this video question, you want to tell a true story about how you manage your time. Talk about what tools you use, what good habits you have, but tell a true story about your own work. Give an example of how you had many things to do and how you got them all done. Tell them where you were working, what type of business was it, what kind of job was it, what did you have to get done that day, what tools did you use to help you get done, and then of course tell them how you got it all done because you have good habits and you use the right tools. So let's practice. How do you manage your time? Here's some example answers that I just made up, okay? Number one, well, as a janitor, I was always asked to do several jobs in one day. I would write them all down on a piece of paper and then I would do the most important things first. Number two, my schedule was always different at the grocery store I used to work at, so I made sure to put all my shifts in my phone so that I never missed a day and I was always on time for my shifts. Okay. Number three, my last job was at a warehouse and we had weekly production goals that we needed to meet. I would break those goals into 5 daily goals so that I could make sure I was keeping up, and I would try to do a little bit more at the beginning of the week to make the end of my week a little bit easier and to make sure that I was going to get everything done on time. Now, those are just examples. Again, these stories should be true for you. You need to think back to other jobs that you've done, where you were working, what kind of goals did you need to meet, and what kind of tools and what kind of good habits did you use to manage your time. I'm going to go over those tools and habits one more time. Calendars are great. Paper calendars or calendars on your phone. Phones are great. They have timers. Your smartwatch has timers. You could just have something beep or go off to remind you to do certain things or switch tasks. And of course, paper checklists are always great. There's lots of good habits for time management. Setting daily goals that you're going to get all of these things done throughout the day. Using your phone or your timer for reminders. Staying busy all the time. Hustle. Don't waste time at work. That's an important time management habit. Prioritize your tasks and make sure that you're doing the most important things first. And set daily goals is on here twice. I guess it's that important. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment here on YouTube or visit me on my Facebook page. See you next week.